Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Cancer. So Cancer, as usual, I'm doing a reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. So Cancer, you have a very dreamy message today, and I feel like it only gets better. So it's interesting because the very first card, it's almost like this not a warning, but a guidance saying, prepare yourself because I feel like you're going to enter a phase in your life that you will want to remember. So it's almost like be completely, fully present in every single moment from now on, because it seems like what's coming, it's a phase of great abundance and enrichment, not only physically or financially, but in terms of your wealth in all senses. It's like you're it's like you're going to feel good about who you've become or who you are becoming and who is with you, because it feels like it just completes the scenario, or like just ties everything together, right? This is how I'm seeing a card here particularly. um so it's interesting, also something that I want to mention. Your cards came very quickly. Your cards came like stumbling one after the other. And it's almost like they couldn't wait, right? So I feel like this phase for you that is coming next, or that it has already started, it's a phase that things are going to flow very rapidly, or but not rapidly in a way that you're going to feel overwhelmed. It's like every time that you feel like things are good, it's almost like you're going to drop into your heart and be grateful so that you can hold on to that emotion, hold on to that feeling, because that is what is going to make you remember, right? Because we're beginning your reading today with the Six of Cups. So it's like what I heard with this card, because this card brings remembrance. What I heard with this card for you, Cancer, is you will want to remember this. You will want to remember this. It is a kind of memory that you will hold near and dear in your future. So whatever comes next, you will want to remember. And I feel like at first, it's going to come in a very tangible way, because the Nine of Pentacles is here. It was coming through as financial freedom, but it's like some sort of manifestation in the outer world that is going to make visible your independence, your conquests, your it's like your progress, or it's going to be very tangible for you, Cancer, how well you're doing, or how wealthy this phase of your life is, right? And yes, it could represent this financial abundance, as I said, because actually what I saw was like a phase of gold, right? It's almost like you entering a gold mine, right? A gold mine with you in the center. It's like you are the shiniest piece, especially with the other card that is coming later on. But it's like you know the value of this phase, right? You know it's more than just the significance, because a very harsh phase, it's like you could also be aware and very prepared and very present in a very challenging moment, right? But the way that I'm seeing this, it's like you know that it's good, that it's actually excellent, that is fantastic, that is great, much better than maybe what you were expecting, or it's like, because the Six of Cups is bringing a little bit of nostalgia already, that feeling of missing something that you haven't yet lived or experienced or felt, but that the feeling that I'm having is like your intuition is guiding you, is showing to you, is telling you in advance, Cancer, that this phase of you, for you, is going to be incredibly abundant, prosperous, wealthy, it's going to bring a lot of sense of stability. It's like, but not stability in terms of what the outer world is bringing to you. It's almost like you relying upon yourself to keep on this path. You see what I mean? Because to me, the nines represent the individual path. So in order to continue making this a solid, maybe progression, right? A solid constructive path, it's like, you know, that the centerpiece that is making this stable or that is making this valuable is you. So it's like it's like maybe the consistency of, you know, your dedication to this path, or just like I'm seeing this, it's like the gratitude or the honoring, right? It's like something that you realize that it just like you value this too much to be completely reckless, or to be completely ungrateful, right? It's like maybe that's too harsh of a word, but it's like to not show the gratitude, right? It's like you want to show gratitude to honoring the things that are manifesting for you. So it's not so much towards somebody else, although I feel like at some point it gets to that. But at first, it's like the very first moment that you realize that this is a moment to remember, that this is a phase to remember. It's like it all revolves around your gratitude or your consistency in keeping. It's like, keep on honoring this, keep on valuing this. This is just going to increase the abundance, right? It's just going to make it expand, or make it more solid, or make it more trustworthy or stable, right? So the cards that came next, actually, you know, the three cards that came next, and then the next three cards, they all fell together from the deck. And that's the reason why I feel like the moment that you realize that it all revolves around you, that it all depends on you, but not in a way that is weighing you down, right? In a way that is, it's like this incentive to keep on doing that. It's like a consistent, constant progress, that you can see the results, that you can see evidence. So in a sense, it stimulates you to keep on doing that, to keep on working with that, to keep on doing that routine, or to keep on, it's like valuing and honoring the manifestation that is already around you, right? So this incentive, I feel like it grows even bigger because it's almost like the more that you're thankful, the more that you are grateful, the more that you show the appreciation and that you honor this wealth, it's just going to increase. It's like it's actually very powerful. So the Empress is coming next, and I'm going to show each card from these three that came together individually first, and then I'm going to tie it all together, because this was actually the very first card that I saw that turned. And then it's like they were showing themselves in their own sweet time, right? It's like, it's incredible, but they don't want to hurry too much. It's almost like it's already happening fast enough. So it's like, appreciate every single stage, every single step of this new phase that is going to be incredibly abundant. So yes, there's a lot of abundance here in the Empress, right? It's interesting because yesterday this card also came up for the Gemini reading, and it was talking about, I believe it was in the extended, or was it in the first part? I can't remember. But it came up in the Gemini reading, and it was talking about this something bigger manifesting, or planning to grow something to a bigger scale than one could do on their own, right? It's like it was, well, because Gemini's reading brought this, you know, doing something with somebody unexpectedly that is so compatible to you, right? Because at first you're drawn to the place, and then you're drawn to the person that was taking care of that place. That was for Gemini yesterday. And when Gemini got together with this other person, it's like things grew exponentially, and that's what I'm feeling here. But this is you, Cancer. This is you today, right? It's like you realize how big of a phase this is, or how important and significant this is, maybe for the growth of your sustainability, of your, you know what? I heard the word legacy right now. So perhaps we're talking about, the legacy that you will leave behind with your work. But it's like there is a lot that you already value in you, because the moment that you realize that you are this shiny thing in the center that is responsible for keeping on growing this, it's like you honor yourself. And by honoring yourself, the card that is coming next, it's like you're just going to shine so brightly. It's like it's saying that doesn't even reach the level of brightness that I feel like you're going to explode into, right? It's like a supernova, right? Or something like that. It's more than just the sun, right? But I feel like, okay, so I just said supernova, but supernova, it's like this blast of light, right? But then it fades in a sense. The sun is consistent, right? And then this is where I'm seeing your continuous dedication. It's almost like no matter how wealthy you become, or no matter, and it's not just in financial terms, right? In all sense of the words, because also the Empress talks a lot about the body, right? The physicality of the body, like honoring your vessel. It's like a temple to you. It's like the land owner taking care of its land, right? It's like you know that you have this vessel, so you're taking care of it even more, right? Even more consistently, keeping a very healthy, sustainable, very just a very good routine, right? In every sense of the way. So the sun, it's the consistency, right? Is the blazing light that never fades, right? The sun is always shining. No matter if us here from Earth have the perception in a sense, or the view, right? Because we are turning, because we are rotating, that the sun sets or the sun rises, but the sun is always there shining brightly, right? It never shuts off, right? So it's like this is who you are becoming, or who you are realizing that you are in essence, because also to me the sun brings the essence of you, but it in its full capacity, in its full potential, right? So it's like the more that you value and honor the earthiness of you, the body that you have, maybe honoring the money that you're making, right? It's like so earthy, that could be in that most mundane way of your economics, your like everything that you're working for, right? Everything that you're building in a material sense. It's like you honor that. You truly, truly honor that, because you know how significant that is. It's like that represents who you are, that represents who you're becoming. And I feel like the third card that turned in this bunch of three is the Emperor. So besides this being the counterpart to the Empress, most of all, what I saw with this was a partner that comes in later on, right? It's like the moment that you're feeling so great about yourself, and this could be just, learning how to love yourself, learning how to nurture yourself, learning how to take care of your body, of your finances, of your work life, of, your health. It's like there's a lot that is very tangible at the moment that is being shown a light that is your own light. It's like your focus. You are shining a light on these aspects of yourself that is just like increasing the power that you have, or it's like just being who you are fully, right? And then comes in this Emperor that just completes, it's like the cherry on top, right? It's like, this is how I'm seeing, you see how here it's almost like we see only, you know, the necklace on your chest, right? We cannot see the part on the back. This is how I'm seeing this, right? It's like a very, it's almost like a piece of jewelry, right? It's almost like this very noble, regal, very gorgeous. It's almost like this ostentatious, but it's not, but it's like a jewelry that is made of, you know, natural elements, or, you know, the things that you care the most, right? It's like, it's not the value of the precious stones in a sense. It's more about what you value, right? That is making this necklace, right? It's almost like you, that's the thing. It's like you carry it with you with pride, right? You carry it on your chest like a medal that you are proud to wear, right? Because this is your work, this is your commitment to yourself, to your progress, to your constant evolution here on earth, right? So the Emperor comes in to tie the knot, or like a, it's like to be like this bow, right? To it's like to tie things together, right? This is how I'm seeing it. It's almost like they're going to be that, it's almost like, you know, that very gentle, loving partner that, you know, helps you with, you know, tying your necklace, right? It's like they're going to be that gentleman that is going to help you whenever you cannot reach your necklace on the back, right? So it's like you could do this yourself, right? You're more than capable of doing this yourself, Cancer. But it's like the gentle touch, the gentle companion that just comes in to tie with like the most gorgeous complementary energy to yours, right? It's like maybe they're as much of like this awakened person, or this dedicated person, this committed person, right? It's like they see you, they value you, they honor you as much as, and I feel like here, as much as you also value them, it's almost like they are worshiping you, right? They're coming later on. It's like, it's because of your self-love and self-worth that it's like they just see that, and they want to, it's like they want to bow, but it's not like in a submissive way. It's almost like I know who I am as well, and I know that, you know, my contribution, even to the slightest, is going to increase your own value, right? So it's like there's a lot that you know about yourself, your self-worth, but they come in and they just make it, it's like they just make it even more gorgeous, right? And so the next three cards that also came together, they were talking about things that are still to be revealed, yet to come. It's like it's just growing, right? It's almost like, yes, with the Emperor and the Empress and the Sun and the Nine of Pentacles, there's a lot of progress already. But with these three cards coming next, it's almost like there's so much more to come, Cancer. And I'm almost like reluctant to keep on saying that, because it's like, is this true? Is this true? It's like, it's so beyond magical. But I feel like it's just beginning. No matter how good already you feel, or how wealthy already you feel, or how healthy already you feel, it's almost like you're going to feel so much better, so much more than you are already. So we have the Page of Wands, the Magician, and the Five of Cups. So these three cards came all turned facing towards me. So I knew already what they were talking about. It didn't go like this very progressed way of, you know, each card showing up like the three before, because it's almost like the three before being all major arcana, it's almost like they wanted to come in a joined way, but also in a slow way that you could savor each one individually, right? It's like savoring your own health, your own wealth, your own value, savoring also your own essence. It's like honoring your own light, and then honoring also this partner that could come to just, you know, complete the perfection, or just, you know, how beautiful this whole cycle is. So here with the Page of Wands, this is the seed. It's like, this is, you know, maybe this is what you're co-creating with this Emperor, but this, you know, it's talking about the new beginning. It's like, it's just the beginning. It's just, you're just entering this phase, although it's already so marvelous. You're just entering this phase. It's going to keep on showing things that you didn't see before, that maybe you didn't see coming, that are going to be manifested in a way that is going to make you more and more and more grateful, right? It's like the Five of Cups is dropping into your heart. So it's almost like the consistency, or maybe the growth of your wealth, of your financial status, of your improvement in life, right? The quality of your life, it's going to improve significantly, but consistently, because every single time that, you know, something new takes your breath away, this is how I'm seeing it. It's almost like this huge surprise that it's like just the beginning, right? It's like wow, I couldn't believe that this would ever manifest in my life. It's like, even again, it's also something that came up in the Gemini extended. Even in their wildest dreams, they couldn't imagine the potential of that, right? And I feel like it's the same thing with the Magician. It's like, what is manifesting that is just the beginning? It's like, it's going to be so much more magical and incredible, that it's like, whenever you feel like it's growing and growing and growing, that could, you know, grow also your ego. It's like, the moment that you drop into your heart, it reminds you that it's like, the beauty of the sun is its humility and not the ego, right? It's like, you're not focusing your light on the ego, right? It's like, what is growing, it's like your humble value, your humble appreciation for what you are conquesting, right? For what you are acquiring, or for what you are building, right? It's like, because you always drop into your heart in gratitude, right? This is what this card is here saying right at the end. The more magical it becomes, the more grateful you become. So I feel like your dreams are coming true, because at the bottom of the deck we have the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So, but underneath that is, okay, the Devil and the High Priestess. It's like, I'm not going to go further into this. It's like, I feel like you can make your own assumptions or your own reading about this, because this is the bottom of the deck. So it's almost like it's coming down the road, right? It's like, it's just be aware that the more grateful you are, the more magical things will continue to be. So Cancer, I am going to pull more cards for you, as well as the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.